Oh, yeah, my day. Why do you have me sitting lower than you? Is this some kind of like power trip?
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's a status thing. I got bad knees. I need the higher chair that I fall out of.
I feel like I should have a booster.
We got a pillow back there.
Let's get to work.
Okay, all right. Hi, and welcome back to Ask a Pennsylvania Dutchman. My name is Chris LaRose, and this here is Douglas Maidenford, our resident Pennsylvania Dutchman. Wie bist du?
All right, we are still in Mount Etna, Pennsylvania.
Walberstädtel.
Yeah, Walberstädtel. So?
Yeah. So I was thinking, this question doesn't come in from anybody but me today.
Okay.
So I'm curious, how long is your morning routine from the point you open your eyes in bed to when you leave the house and go do your day?
So like on a work day.
Yeah.
I get out of bed. Okay, let me think now.
What time do you get up?
5 o'clock.
Ew.
Every morning.
That's rough.
And if I don't, my dog will. And he puts his snot right there on the bed. And he knows 5 o'clock it's crazy. Anyway, yeah, 5 o'clock. That's when I get up. And on the weekends most times too. 5 o'clock.
Okay.
And then till the time I'm leaving the door to go to work. 45 minutes.
45 minutes?
Yeah.
How do you do anything?
What do you mean, how do I get a lot done in 45 minutes?
So I've been studying.
Is that too short for you or too long?
Oh yeah, that's terrible. I couldn't do it.
Well,
so I've been studying the concept of morning routine. So I have a couple different books, like one of them's from martial artists that talk about their perfect morning, and the other one's from philosophical people, and other ones from like health people. And generally they're saying something about 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours. Who has 2.5 hours?
Apparently those people do, but they say that's what you need.
For what?
Well, my thought is...
Okay, go ahead. I want to hear this.
So I'm trying to develop a really good morning routine that gives me everything I need for like physical and spiritual and mental and all that stuff. So they say generally it takes you 15 to 30 minutes to become fully coherent from waking up to when your brain is now functioning at its prime for the day.
Listen, buddy, as soon as my feet hit the hardwood floor off my bed, my mind is boom like that.
It's going even when you're sleeping.
It is ready to go.
You don't have any like grogginess in the morning.
Nope.
You're not like, oh man, I can't do calculus right now. Give me 20 minutes.
Well, I can't do calculus when my brain is totally functioning. So, no, I wake up. I'm telling you, as soon as my feet hit that floor, it's game on.
But, you don't do like any meditation or book reading or...
No.
When do you do that stuff?
Yeah, I do that, but I do that before I go to bed.
Ooh, that's weird. That's weird.
Listen, my dog is there.
So
he needs to go. We go in the golden hour in the morning there at 5 o'clock. We go for the walk. He does his business.
So you don't have like a period of time where you're like, oh, I'm about to go and deal with a bunch of kids all day teaching.
No. Do I have to walk through my routine for you?
Yeah, tell me. I want to know.
I almost have this down to the minute. Listen.
This is perfect because you're probably an extrovert, I would assume.
What? How long have you known me?
I'm a raging introvert. So here's the difference between a raging introvert and an extrovert.
Yeah,
okay, go ahead.
Okay, so like I said, 5 o'clock. Most times I wake up without the alarm having to go off. The alarm's always set just as an insurance policy. But usually I am trained. I don't know. 5 o'clock, I'm up. We go with the dog. We go a little walk. He does his business. We come back in. The coffee has been pre-made because I have it set that way. I come back in. The coffee's made. I pour myself. I take my medicine if I have to. I'm taking a medicine. First time in my life I'm taking a pill right now.
Medicines?
I'm taking a pill right now.
Holy cow!
It's not the little blue one.
I was gonna say, what color is it?
No, it's white. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It might be too much butter, fat, and salt, maybe, let's just say that. Anyway, I take my medicine, I pour my cup of coffee, and I sit down. I have my laptop. I sit down, email, news, a little bit of social media, close the laptop, brush my teeth, do my business, get dressed, pack my lunch, out the door, 5:50.
Well, that gives you only like 2 minutes for every one of those things.
Some of those things don't take 2 minutes.
That's crazy. I couldn't do it. No way. What time do you go to bed? What time do you have to go to bed to wake up at 5?
9 o'clock usually.
Oh man,
That's
when all the good stuff starts.
Between 9 and 10.
That's when my brain starts working.
So you're telling me all these things you're reading, these books and all this stuff. They're saying that what I'm doing is unhealthy?
Yep.
In what way?
Well, the books that I'm reading are talking about how you need to have a certain amount of time to read books undistracted because it exercises your brain in a certain way. Okay. And then a certain amount of time.
And the morning hours is the optimal time for that.
Well, not necessarily. Okay. But they say you need like 30 minutes a day of reading a book.
I do that.
And they say you need 30 minutes a day of like exercise, cardio.
I do that.
And then they say you should have 30 minutes a day of like meditation and just like pondering your thoughts, feelings, plans for the future, the past, like figuring out how to like, come to terms with traumas or
yeah, okay. But I might not do 30 minutes of that every day, but I do that.
And they say that you should have like 30 minutes to wake up fully before you go from sleeping to doing like complex thinking. And then
you're wasting too much time.
So they say that makes sense for the 2.5 hours, because if I wake up, have coffee, become fully alert for 30 minutes, and then spend 30 minutes reading a book, and then 30 minutes running, and then 30 minutes having breakfast, that's 2 hours already. And then if I do 30 minutes of checking emails, and
listen.
So that's 2.5 hours.
If that makes you happy, go ahead. I am a morning person.
But don't you feel rushed, though?
No, I don't
45 minutes?
I don't.
Sticking to a plan? That would make my blood pressure
It's not
go
a plan. It's muscle memory, nah.
That's crazy.
It's muscle memory. I get to school pretty early, and I have the building to myself, and it's quiet. Mm-hmm. And I can get whatever I need to get done for the day, get my photocopies, things like that, make sure everything's ready before the kids come in the front door. And that is what makes me feel, what's the word I want to say? Doing all that prep is what makes me feel that I know I'm going to be successful. It gives me confidence. If I lollygagged all morning doing all this other stuff, I would not be prepared, and then I would not feel comfortable. That's me. That's how I work. Maybe I'm different, maybe I'm weird.
So, do you have times in the day that you just kind of like zone out?
Of course, but they're not in the morning.
For how long do you think?
Well, it depends. If I go for a long walk, then my mind is completely in the atmosphere, so to speak. But that might be after supper.
And do you have an evening routine, or are you pretty much go?
Yeah, I have an evening routine.
What's that like?
Geez, this has turned into...
It's an interview. People want to know.
I don't think they want to know.
I think they do.
I brush my teeth. I take the dog out the last time. My life revolves around my poodle. my poodle's bladder. Take my dog out, come in, brush my teeth, and then I lay in bed and I read. I read in bed before I go to bed. Before I fall asleep. I read the newspaper. Usually I'm working on a magazine or something that I have there, and I like to do a crossword puzzle. And then I fall asleep.
Holy cow.
And then I wake up the next day 5 a.m. all over again. That brings me comfort.
And you still have the fire for a living.
Hell yeah, I do.
Oh man, I get... Okay, so that's different from me. So it's like, I told you about my attempt to build that 2.5 hour routine.
Yeah.
So then I'll work on sewing hats, responding to customers.
Yeah.
Take like an hour for lunch to make it neat.
Yeah.
Then work more.
Yeah.
Do emails, sew hats, things like that, all the business stuff. And then when my lady friend comes home, I'll have like an hour with her, and then I'll work up until about 8 o'clock at night, and then I go to bed at 10:30.
So, having built this routine based on this stuff you're reading, do you feel you're in a better place? Like, I don't know, mentally, healthy, whatever.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, guess what? If that works for you, congratulations, and I'm happy for you. But if I would switch routines right now, I think I would implode. Ask my wife. Yeah, I'm pretty regimented.
Yeah, but like I'm not somebody that does timetables well.
I know. I had you as a student.
I know,
you do
but
not
like,
function well like that.
I get distressed when I know that like if I'm getting into something, like if we're gonna play music, and I'm like, I have a 30-minute chunk to do this.
Yeah.
And at 28 minutes, I'm like, I'm really on to something. This is wonderful. But I have to stop in 2 minutes?
I can't handle it. Now listen, in a situation like that, I am able to bend. Again, ask my wife. I'm pretty flexible.
I don't know. In
regards to all this stuff. But I'm not very flexible when it comes to the morning routine. That's set. That's set, baby.
Holy cow.
And I'm okay with it.
So is there a benefit to waking up at 5 and going to bed at 9? Because to me that
me, yes.
To me that, like, I love nighttime. Because nighttime is usually when the world gets quieter again. All the loudy louds
what you don't know is that when I wake up, the world's really quiet too.
Yeah, but it just gets worse throughout the day.
No, the sun's about to come up.
Yeah, but it gets louder and more chaotic, where I'm a night person, where, like, it just gets more and more peaceful the later it gets.
Wait for this. I just thought of this.
Uh-oh.
What brings you more joy? Finishing something or starting something?
Honestly, like, I don't feel a whole lot finishing something. I like starting things.
Well, then you should switch to my routine.
Why? Why? Because, like, I like starting projects, but if I'm working on a long one and I finish it, it's not like a moment where I'm thinking, oh, I feel so accomplished, this is fantastic. I'm already thinking of the next thing, and I don't even really give myself a minute to be like, oh, wow, good job. You know.
Well, I thought my argument was going to make it perfect because I like to start things, and I thought since you're a night guy, you would like to finish things. But that blew up my theory. It's okay.
I derailed.
Well, listen, let us know.
Morning routines.
Well, no, don't go into detail. Well, you don't have to.
It's really interesting because, like, two completely different
Who do you agree with more? Me or this bum? That takes 2.5 hours to get himself ready in the morning.
Yeah, but I go all day.
So do I. Godfrey.
Yeah, but you're conked out at 9. I still have another hour and a half left.
God. You know, there's 24 hours in a day, no matter how you're using them, right?
Yeah, but, you know, some of them are better than others.
Whatever. Let us know what you think.
As much as I don't want to say it, I think they're going to agree with you, Doug.
I think so, too.
But
you never know.
I was a musician for 17 years, so my work day didn't even start till 9 p.m.
I know. That's a little different.
Yeah. 17 years of that habit.
Yeah, that does.
That's rough.
All right, that was a long video, but I think it was philosophical and a good
I love
discussion,
thinking about thinking
Yeah,
and talking about talking.
Yeah, wonderful. Hey, we need questions, people. info@padutch101.com.
Yeah, if you don't send us questions, you're going to get more of this.
List. Yeah, right.
More
Next
of us
time we're
babbling.
Talk about our bathroom routine or something crazy like that. That's paid extra for our Patreon.
You don't even want to know what the books say about that.
Save it for later. Yeah, I don't want to know. Hey, send us your questions. Keep them coming.
All right. Was that it, you think?
Yeah, I think that's enough.
I mean, I could keep going.
Nope, let's cut it.
We wore him out. He can't hang. All right. Well, I think you heard it from the Dutchman. Until next time.
You're darn right you did.
Mock's good.
If you have a question, you have to email us at info@padutch101.com.